Well, I'm excited to be sitting here with Rana Sallam from Amazon, Slovakia. And this is kind of part of our series on Cultural Global Labs, connected to our event in Lecce, Italy this coming June. But this is more of a perspective of someone who's attended a conference in the past. And in particular, you were at a conference with Andre Uriga, I believe. So tell me a little bit about that, Rana.
Okay, so hi, I'm very excited to be part of this. First of all, so yeah, I become a people manager in May of last year. I had the fortune that my manager signed me up for this workshop, so it started in April, so it was really in the right moment. So I joined the cultural intelligence and cultural awareness workshops with Andre. We just finished the workshop, so it lasted almost 10 months, alternating between workshops and individual sessions. So in short, this has been one of the most important tools for me, because this was my first experience as a people manager. I didn't have much background in how to manage diversity in teams, how to manage a team, period. So it was really a great opportunity for me to know more about the techniques, the tools that I needed to manage my team, especially since I'm managing a team of juniors. And we're talking about 6 people, 4 nationalities, completely different backgrounds. So it was really a challenge in the beginning. I didn't know if I was doing right or not. So having that roadmap to actually be able to position myself and my team on that roadmap, it has helped a lot. It helped me discover what I have in my abilities and what I can utilize in my team's abilities. So it was a really enhancing workshop.
And obviously, with Amazon's global footprint, this is something that they prioritize for their leadership to give you additional tools and resources to become more effective in your role as a leader of people.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So obviously, that was the kind of my second question. You sort of answered it. How did that enhance your role?
Mhm,
And you talked about the diversity of your workforce. You have multiple different ethnicities or
mhm.
national origins represented on your team. What were some of the key takeaways from the workshop that you find yourself still utilizing today in your work?
I think the most important thing that I learned during this workshop is how to be more self-aware. So it's a question of being aware of myself, my perceptions, how I project these perceptions onto others, and acting accordingly. It's not a question about how others act or what they have as attributes, but it's literally how you see yourself, how you conduct yourself, how you position yourself in on that the scale on how, and in the center of the operations, in the center of your team. So this is, for me, was the most important thing. Something else also is I learned that it's a continuous thing. So it's obviously not something that I take a workshop for. It's done. I do a couple of practices and then that's over. It's literally like a learn, practice, teach, repeat. It goes on and on and on, and you learn something new every day about yourself, about your team. And that workshop is it just shone a light on my my inner perceptions and how I see myself and how I conduct myself in the face of others.
I think that's fantastic because at the end of the day, the only factor we really control is us. And
Exactly.
you work in a diverse workplace, you work with diverse personalities and peoples, and the only thing you can do is make sure you're managing your perceptions and your interpretation of this situation that's coming, and then you react in a way that's consistent with the environment that you're in and the objectives that you have and the team that you're working with. So I love the way you said that. And just so you know, I'm a few years older than you, and I'm still working on all of these things as well. So I think it's a lifelong learning process, and I love that you grab that perspective. Andre, in particular, you were specifically in a workshop with one of our speakers in Lecce this coming June. Any other kind of thoughts about Andre and the way he presented his material and just kind of who he is in general?
Yeah, I think Andre is I think, the perfect person to deliver this, because he's seen a lot. He has been exposed to diversity on such a huge scale. It's really surprising, and the fact that also he shares his personal experiences, he shares personal situations that he went through, it gives it all the more credibility, and it just makes you feel that, okay, you're not alone. There are people out there that have the same issues, the same problems, even more severe, but with a few set of rules, with a few set of perceptions, you can certainly just adapt to anything that comes your way. So he really is. I think he enriched the workshop in with his own experiences, and with not making us feel awkward or that we're doing something wrong. That it's completely normal, and as you said, it's a continuous thing. It's something that develops through time. So yeah.
His workshops are interactive. I've enjoyed sitting with Andre a little bit, and his workshops are interactive, and I think that's part of what makes them so powerful. He's also, like you said, he's lived this
Yeah.
in major roles with major multinational corporations like yours.
Mhm.
He's lived these things out these aren't just theories that he's learned academically and then is applying in a conference. These are things that he had to, skills and tools and resources he had to develop over time in his roles with various different companies, including IBM. Anyway, Rana, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you sharing your insights. Any parting comments? Any encouragement for anyone who's considering attending our conference in Lecce?
Do it, attend, because really it's really, it changed my whole perception. It made me believe that I can do stuff that I never thought I could do before. So it really is a force. You need to experience it, and I don't think there is a negative thing that could come out of this. So only positives. So good luck
Well,
to all of you.
wonderful, and thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you joining us here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you very much for asking me to speak here. Thank you.
Of course.